I won't take too much time because I got to get back to work here in this warehouse. We got under a week, not too long, before ISOM 2 campaign does close out the pre-order campaign, that is. So get in if you have not already. So today's video, I want to acknowledge this because I had not before. And Mark Millar is completely correct on his statements. He's been one of the guys that's seen this industry and been around for a long time and has been honest with it. And unfortunately, people take being honest with what's going down in the industry with hating it, with really they look at it as if it's not the case. And how can you correct the problem if you don't acknowledge that it exists in the first place? And I think a lot of people that maybe despise myself and despise other people that have been ahead of this and been talking about this, I think they get us twisted. Like for people like myself, and I'll speak for myself, let me say this. I do care a lot about this industry. I wouldn't have invested as much money as I am in it if I did not. And I want to see it thrive. I want to see creatives within it thrive. And in order to do that, there are some things that need to be fixed. And whether you think that, and I think this is what happens with a lot of folks that hate guys like ourselves, is they have made us out to be their ideological enemy. And therefore, even if we're right on something, they'll take the opposite position because us being correct on it just isn't worth it to them. But Mark had spoke with Thinking Critical not too long ago. It's actually two things, a part of this that I'm going to say. And I'm covering this from Bounding into Comics where, he does state here, the retailers, they're struggling out here. They're dying. All my friends and retailers are saying they've never known it as hard as this. And, he does end up talking about, let me see if I can find that quote where he talks about basically what I say as far as the general enthusiasm right here. He says we need to get something like that going again. You want to see some excitement at Marvel and DC again, I think. And that's really what's missing. It's the general enthusiasm. It's not about every single person buying every single book. It's just overall enthusiasm every Wednesday or going into every Wednesday that used to be present in the industry. Maybe it looks different going in the future where it's not every Wednesday, but you get what it is that I'm saying, where people are just absolutely stoked on what the next thing that's going to come out in a given series, for that matter, let alone, like, I'm not talking just like a reboot or a number one. I'm talking to just overall enthusiasm, the fandom, the nerddom, where people are discussing theories and not like that's what's missing out of this industry. And everybody has their theories as to why it's gone, but that's what's missing. And that jolt needs to be kind of, let's say that fire needs to be lit in this industry. I do want to acknowledge this because obviously people have shared this out. Mark, in this same stream and before, he said nothing but good things about me. Him and I spoke before as well. And I just want to publicly acknowledge this because I know people keep tagging me and stuff like this. And I'll show you for you guys that haven't before I comment.
My generation of guys, we grew up loving the little guy, so for me, guys like Eric July taking on the corporations is really exciting. And the fact that he's taking them on and be more profitable than Spider-Man or X-Men or Batman or whatever, I just think is awesome. So I total admiration for
him. And I have total admiration for you. Obviously, I just want to get that out the way. There is a certainly mutual respect there because I understand with projects that it is that Mark's created, what he's been able to do and what those have spun off into is admirable. Let's just say that it's a dream that everybody kind of they have for themselves. And the fact that he's been said nothing but good things, has been one of the pros in this industry that has said nothing but good things about me, and he doesn't shy away from it. I respect that for sure. And big shout out to Mark for everything it is that he's saying. And yeah, the profitability here, and I'll speak on this before I end this video, is he's obviously right about that. I mean, you can hate us all you want. I think the key term that you need to understand is profitability here, is what he's referring to. And yeah, we've obviously been far more profitable than maybe anybody right now in this industry. And what we do with that money is so very important. And I don't think our haters will ever understand that because they think money bad. And money means profit, actual profit, not just revenue, profit. making more money than basically what you're spending on the projects mean more projects, which mean more creative people, artists, writers being able to produce in comics. And that's why profit is so sad that I have to explain economics to these people. But, you know, a lot of artists don't understand economics. A lot of people in comics and really art and entertainment in general don't understand that part of it. So they've been unfortunately like geared into thinking that profit is just generally bad. And if you do it for it, then you're not doing it for the love. It's like you're an idiot because, well, this can't be done in this capacity unless there is profit being made. And that's what profit means, right? We have all these unannounced projects. We have people that we've been able to bring on, from legends to newcomers in this industry, and we've lit a fire under a lot of people and rekindled, let's say, their love for this industry, as well as, which is what's missing right now, bringing in new people into comics that maybe weren't purchasers of comic books, and maybe they just knew of it. That needs profit to happen. And that's what we're doing with it. So big shout out to Mark. Big shout out to all the customers. I'm excited. If you can't tell, yeah, I get it. I'm here working my ass off. We're getting this warehouse staff, but I am excited for what's to come because people are stoked again on comic books. And that's what it's about. If you like this video and want to get into a new comic book universe, visit Rippaverse.com. Our first campaign for ISOM 1 hit $3.7 million, and the pre-order campaign for ISOM 2 is currently live. So go check it out and watch the official launch trailer, which is the first animation of Rippaverse Studios.